Hey, what is going on, guys? There is no unicorn fatigue here because Bandai keeps finding ways to make me excited about building another unicorn kit. So here we have the real grade full armor unicorn Gundam. We all knew it was going to happen and it wasn't very surprising at all. And I still can't wait to build this. It looks really awesome. I love the full armor unicorn. I love the unicorn in general. And of course this doesn't really bring anything new to the table, but what I'm excited about is that now we'll finally have a version of the full armor unicorn that you can actually like pose well. The master grade and the perfect grade, of course, you can't really do a whole lot with those at all. The high grade is not bad and you can kind of do some posing with that, but as we also know, the high grade does have a few weak points here and there. But we know the real grade is super solid. It's actually transformable as well, which the high grade is not. So you have a fully transformable, fully posable, full armor unicorn at long last, and it's going to be awesome. So let's get into it. This is our second ever big size real grade box. We saw the first one premiering with the Sazabi not too long ago, and now we finally, not finally, but now we have a second in the big size real grade size boxes here. So it's a pretty big box as this thing is pretty stacked, and even like you guys can't really see that here. Adjust the camera for you. It's also like one of those boxes that doesn't even close all the way because it's just stacked with so much stuff in there. But as for the artwork, it's typical real grade style box art here on the front. It looks good, it's awesome, just cool CG renders there of the Gundam and a close up there on the face. So it looks nice there with the blue Bandai logo there in the bottom corner as well. As always, guys, a huge thank you to USA Gundam Store for sponsoring the review. Check out their site, you can pick this up and other stuff there, everything else on 10% off. Using that coupon code there, so check it out. All of that's down in the video description below. Let's take a look at the bottom of the box here. Here we just have a little bit about the real grade unicorn. It's the same inner frame, of course, as the regular kit, but now we have that nice Psycho Frame green molded into there with that instead of the pink. Weapons there, it's got all the weapons you'd expect for the full armor unicorn Gundam. It only has one of the hyper beam javelin though, unfortunately. Kind of would have been cool to have two, like the master grade, but we only have the one. But it's nice, at least it's better than none, like the original high grade didn't have one included. So there you go, there's how it's going to look exactly out of the box. As with most real grades, it looks very good, just snapped up straight out of the box. And the nice thing is that it's mostly white, so those stickers look best on white if you do end up wanting to use the stickers, and so those should look pretty nice on this kit. You can see a very large stack of runners for this guy. Just here quick on the side, this is number 30, so the big 30 in the RG line. A lot of us were expecting it to be the new Gundam after we saw the Sazabi, but Bandai decided to keep the new Gundam for a little bit later. Probably a good chance though that might be coming sometime this year though, with it being the 40th anniversary of Mobile Suit Gundam. On the other side, of course, we've just got some action poses here. There's the unicorn in unicorn mode, which I quite like. There it is in destroy mode, doing some cool poses. And yeah, this should be a fun one for sure. No list price for this, at least not listed on the box, but it was 5,400 yen, so it's definitely up there as far as real grade kits go. But again, as you can see, it's a very full box here with a lot of stuff, and it's one of the real grade boxes where they have printing on the inside of the box as well. So they're showing the different versions, the real grade compared with the HG in unicorn mode and the HG in destroy mode. Let's see over on the other side here is talking about other HGs and RGs from the series. So there's just the the HG Girazulu and some other HGs from the Unicorn Gundam series on there. Alright, so of course we've got a whole bunch of stuff in here, including a very large sheet of stickers. I'll throw a few of those on there for the review, but definitely not going to bother putting all of those on for the sake of the review anyway. There's that frame. Everything's looking very nice, of course. Let's just dig down through this stuff and get to the manual. Very big and thick, heavy manual here for this. 31 pages, all the way going to the back page there. So it's going to be a pretty big manual. Here on the back is just the sticker manual, so a sticker guide where to put all the stickers on that, and I feel like that's continued here. So that's for the Gundam itself and the bazooka and the beam magnum. Then on the inside page you have the sticker guide for the other equipment, so for the fuel tanks, the hyper beam javelin, the other weapons and shields, all on here on there. So going to our parts list, I'm kind of curious as to if all the weapons and everything are just recycled from the high grade or if they're all entirely new for this kit. So we'll have to find out, but I can see we do have some parts X'd off here from one of the weapons runners there. So it's possible that those are used from the high grade, but let's check out the runners in a moment and find out. But the construction is going to be just like as normal, starting from the feet up, as most real grades do. We do have some information here that's in Japanese and English if you want to read about that, but I feel like at this point we all probably know so much about the Unicorn Gundam. You probably don't need a history lesson on it, but let's just go through the manual, see if there's anything else worth taking a look at this point. It's just kind of all the construction, because obviously it's going to take a while to put this guy together. But I think once we get back to here, should have another little image there, just talking about the weapons a little bit. That is unfortunately all in Japanese, but again, that's typical to the real grade manuals. This later section of photos and information is always just only in Japanese, unfortunately. I think it's just to save space in the manual. And then about the transformation here, transforming between the different modes, how to mount all the different weapons and everything, and all of that. So that's it for the manual. Let's just jump right into looking at the parts. So once again, here is that massive sticker sheet with just loads of stuff on here. Obviously, all the stickers for the original Gundam, and then everything for the full armor parts as well. And then over here, the kind of foil shiny parts with a bunch of cameras. The ones there for the Unicorn's V-fin, and then these kind of chrome ones that go like in the joint caps. SB12 for our beam saber effect parts in clear pink. Still only 2 of them and not 4. Then getting into the runners here, runner A1 is all of our psycho frame parts for this in this nice clear green. And this course, of course, is very UV reactive here, so under UV light it's going to be shining very brightly. We also have runner A2, which is a copy of just this part here for the shield. We've actually got 2 of those, so we'll have, of course, our 3 shields with this kit. And then runner B is our inner frame runner for the kit. Now, typically these are marked Advanced MS Joint, something like Advanced MS Joint 5 or Advanced MS Joint 6, but this one is just marked RG Unicorn Gundam, interestingly enough. And so this is, of course, just more Psycho Frame green, as well as some of that dark brownish gray color there for the non-Psycho Frame inner frame parts. And this one as well, still very UV reactive. Runner C, just getting into some of the white armor parts for this. We've got parts for the head of course, we have our 3 different options, whether you want to have the fixed open V-fin, the fixed closed V-fin, or the transformable V-fin. And then, of course, we have our little tiny 1/44 scale figure of Banager Lynx on there as well. Pretty sure it's the same figure as the original kit. Kind of would have been cool if we would have got a different figure with this version of the Unicorn. Maybe one where he's wearing the normal suits, or like his pilot suit, rather than just like his casual clothes. That would have been nice. Runner D here, obviously a bunch more of our white armor parts, and then parts there for the shield as well. So once again, we've got 3 shields. So we've got 2 of these D2 runners here as well for just the shield parts. Runner E1, more white armor parts here, and again, we've got runner E2 for the shield parts up here. We've got 2 of those as well. And then the last of the white armor parts here for the main Gundam are here on runner F, with just some of those. Then getting into the inner frame, we have runner G here, which is in a dark brown kind of ABS plastic. We also got our hand option parts on here as well, so this is all looking pretty nice. Runner H is our 4-color runner. We've got some more gray parts there for some of the inner frame parts. We've got a couple of clear green parts here for the head cameras and the eyes. 2 different shades of blue, this kind of lighter blue for the feet and the backpack, and then darker navy blue for a few parts there, also for the feet and the backpack, so you have a little bit of that 2-tone blue there. Then we have runner I1, which is in a little bit different color from the inner frame. It's kind of a similar dark brownish gray color, but this one has a little bit more metallic kind of injection going on with it, so it's a little bit more kind of shiny metallic-y to it. And on the normal RG kit, this would be the end of it, but because this is the full armor version, we've got multiples of the weapons, so we do also have runner I2 here for doubles of parts here for the bazooka and shields. And then we got runner FA1 here for the first of our new runners specific to this kit. And all the runners are specific to this kit. It's not using any parts from the HG, so that's good. So these are, the new runners are just labeled RG 1/44 scale full armor Unicorn Gundam, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, obviously just some more parts here just for like the joint parts and frame parts and parts for the weapons, things like that. Just all of the full armor parts. And then we do also have runner FA2 for this half of the runner over here. Then we've got runner FB1 is another 4-color runner, some white obviously there through the center for the fuel tanks, and the beam javelin, hyper beam javelin, some psycho frame over here for the hyper beam javelin, some red up at the top for missiles and things, and then some just kind of standard gray here, which is different from any of the other grays that we've seen in the kit so far, so that's good for some of like the missile pods and things. And then we've got FB2, which is the same, except for on here, on FB2, it doesn't have the parts for the Hyper Beam Javelin here, but it has the effect parts for the Hyper Beam Javelin up there. So those are just separated onto a different runner. So those are looking very nice and very nicely detailed. And then last but certainly not least is runner FC here. Runner FC is just all the parts for the Beam Gatling gun. So we've got 1, 2, 3 of these. So a lot of fun to build up all of those. But anyway, that is it for all the runners. So there we have it. Obviously a lot in the box here. As you can see, it's very full. And so that's why it's going to be costing a little bit for this kit. But if you're a fan of the Full Armor Unicorn Gundam, then I think this is probably going to be the best version of it out so far. So we'll just have to wait to see in the review, but I don't think there's anything that's going to really particularly surprise me that is going to ruin the kit for me. I think it's going to be awesome, and we'll just have to enjoy it in the review. So that'll be coming up next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always guys, again, big thank you to USA Gundam Store. Check the link to their site down there in the description. I'll see you in the review. Bye bye. Hey, thanks for watching guys. Remember, if you want to check the kit out for yourself, you can head over to USA Gundam Store, use that coupon code ZakuAurelius10, save yourself 10%. Thanks for watching guys. See you next time. Bye bye.